Morning. Hi, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have had a great week. Today I'm working on pumpkins. And actually it's probably going to be one of those projects where I do a little bit here. I'll have to stop, come back after a couple of hours, do a little bit more because it's one of those projects that it's going to take a little time, patience-wise. I guess is the way I want to say it. But this is my inspiration. I've been playing with Dixie Belle's Patina line. And I originally got this at like a thrift store or Goodwill, and I can't remember what the original color was, and then I painted it black, and then I changed my mind and I painted it like a drop cloth, and then I did Dixie Belle's, this is bronze, and I either had the blue or green spray is what I used with it. So this is going to be my inspiration. I've got a cheap pumpkin I bought at Walmart maybe a couple years ago. I like the neutral color, but it's got that plasticky look, if you can see the shine coming off of there. So I'm going to get this prepped, plus I grabbed a few others I'm going to go ahead and just prep. Since this has kind of got a slick surface, I'm going to use Dixie Belle's Slick Stick. And this is the same stuff that I use when I paint galvanized metal, like when I do the letters. So if you're hopping on, let me know that you're here. Let me know what you're up to. And I'm just going to start prepping, and I'm basically just using a regular paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint this Slick Stick on. So I'm probably going to be doing 2 coats of this, so I'm pretty much just going to work on this over the weekend, and every time I can get on here, I'll just go ahead and pop on here and just show you my next step. So, because this one will not take as long as last week's video. I had no idea it was on for over an hour. So I'm just going to go down to the bottom, and then once that dries, then I'll go ahead and do the bottom, because I want to coat the whole thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint this on. So let me know if you're here. Let me know what you're up to. We've got some plans. We are going to go out and celebrate. We've got 3 birthdays this month, so we're going to go out and celebrate. We're hoping to make it to Des Moines, but we will see since they had such a bad weather going on. Make sure I didn't have any stuff on my hands. That would be my luck. So we're hoping to go to Des Moines to celebrate 3 birthdays for this month, and if not, we're heading to Ottumwa. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. So let me know what you got going on, and tell me what your favorite season is, because my favorite season is spring and fall. So I'm ready to jump ahead and go back to the cool weather we were having last week, because this week has not been my kind of weather, the typical August weather. So I'm just going down to the bottom of the pumpkin. I'm going to wait till that dries and I'll do the bottom side. But this is one of the cheap pumpkins I got from Walmart a couple of years ago, and I'm going to dress it up, and I'm going to use Dixie Belle's bronze patina on this one and kind of play with it and my others too. I've got 4 pumpkins I think I'm going to play with. I might add some more, we'll see. This is going to be one of my weekend projects, and I'll just pop in and out as I'm working on them, so this one won't take as long as last week. And I'm just painting on Dixie Belle Slick Stick. I'm just kind of prepping since the surface is kind of shiny. And you just paint it on like paint. And I'm getting up close to the stem. I'm not worried about getting on the stem, because I might come back and I'll touch that up later. We'll see. So that's what I'm working on for today, pumpkins. And that, and I got a gift I need to make also. I need to finish up. And my prayer wall is coming along. I think I need 1 more coat. I'm doing it in layers. I think I have 1 more coat to go. I've shared it in my private group, MPD Tribe, with my tribe members. So there's 1 coat of Dixie Belle's Slick Stick. So that'll dry for a couple of hours, and I can come back and do another one. And I'll come back and do the bottom part too. that's kind of slick too. So I'll just go ahead and put a little coat on there. And that's just to help the paint to adhere. And before I actually came on, I did clean these with Dixie Belle's White Lightning. It comes in a powder form, and you can mix it up in a bucket for bigger projects, or you can put it in a water bottle and use it as needed for the smaller projects. And I put maybe a couple teaspoons in here and then filled it up with water. So I'm just going to do some playing with Dixie Belle's Patina line this weekend on these pumpkins, and I'll just be popping in and out as I'm doing that. And this one I don't think I'll have to paint. I'll probably have to I'll have to do something to prep that so that it doesn't show through, maybe. We'll see. I might experiment with that one. There we go. We're getting almost done for this round. So if you played with Dixie Belle Patina stuff before, let me know what you've done, because I'm kind of curious. Because you can do this to paint furniture, or you can do this on small projects. I used the copper patina a couple weeks ago on a piece of tin. It turned out really pretty. I'm still trying to find a home for it. I think I haven't hung it up yet. I'm looking for a home for it here in my house. And then I've also played with the bronze patina on my desk that I've got over here. I still got to do another coat on there. Okay, so I got the top half done. I'll let that dry and I'll come back and do the bottom half. So that is it for now. I gotta let that finish drying before I come back and do the bottom. But this is what I'm kind of working towards. I might do something different than drop cloth on my pumpkins before I do the copper. We'll see. So I'll probably pop that back in here in a couple hours, and I'll do some more and one more coat of these, and hopefully by tomorrow we can pop in and I can start playing with the paints in the patina line. So that is it for today, short and sweet. So Dixie Belle Slick Stick, and I clean with Dixie Belle's White Lightning. So if you got any questions, let me know, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in a couple of hours. Talk to you later. Bye. Happy Saturday, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs, and I'm working on my second part of my pumpkin project. Actually, my pumpkin patch kind of grew because I added more to do. But yesterday before I came on, I cleaned these with Dixie Belle's White Lightning and about 2 teaspoons in a bottle of water. I sprayed it on a rag, wiped them down, and then I used a separate wet rag to rinse that off. And then I added 2 coats of Dixie Belle's Slick Stick, because this is one of the Walmart pumpkins I got a couple years ago, and it had that super shiny kind of look to it, and I figured the paint wouldn't stay on, so I did 2 coats, and I'm doing the scratch test and nothing's coming up, so we're good to go. And I'm going to add some texture with their sea spray. Let me grab, I got some containers here at Hobby Lobby I'm going to use to store these. I tried them in a in a mason jar, and for some reason it's not really staying very well. They're kind of drying out. So it takes, what is this? It says mix 2 level scoops of sea spray to 8 ounces of Dixie Belle's paint. I'm not going to do that much, so I'm going to make my own mixture. So wish me luck. This is Dixie Belle's Dusty Blue. Do that wrong right there. And then I picked out their dried sage. Oh, that's backwards. So these are the 2 colors I think I'm going to use and get set up before I do my bronze patina, which will probably be tomorrow. We'll see. There's a few things I need to get done today. So I'm gonna pour a little bit in here. Yikes, too much. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Yikes, I made a mess. Put that on top. Hang on a second. I should have been more prepared. So that's probably about 2 ounces. So I'm gonna put maybe like a half a scoop of this powder in there. Jazz, you be good. And it comes with its own little scoop to measure. I want half. That's about half. So just pour it in the paint and then you start stirring. And this will thicken the paint up and give you some texture. If I get it too thick, I can probably add a little water. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to add a little water to thin it down a little bit. That might be too thick. Look at that, it's like a nice paste. Morning guys, how you doing? Oh yeah, way too thick. Probably a quarter of that cup would have been good. So I'm gonna thin it down pretty good. Maybe I should have mixed this up beforehand, but it's probably a good idea for you to see it. Because I do want to add texture to my pumpkin, but not that much texture. And that really just soaked it in. Let me shut this before I spill it. So you got any plans today? Let me know what you're up to. I think I've got my accent wall done to where I like it. Dalton likes it, which is bonus. It's kind of a masculine kind of style. It looks like it's got texture, but it doesn't. I'll share it here when I get done. I was hoping to do a stencil on there, but he kind of threw me for a loop because there's something that he wants me to put on there, and I'm not ready to do that. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to put up a sign. I'll make a special sign because I wanted to have my prayer back up there. And then I also was finishing up my desk because I'm doing the bronze patina on it. And this morning I keep catching Jazz over there trying to lick it because I'm not ready to seal it yet. So he's kind of licking on the bronze patina. There. Wow. Did I make a mess? We're getting there. And I'm going to use a regular chip brush, and I'm pretty much just going to dab this on my pumpkin. I'm going to start at the bottom. Wow. Now it's getting stirred up good. Let's see if this works. Hey Meryl, I'm on Facebook.
I'm heading out.
All right, see ya.
Got all the cucumbers, tomatoes. There is some red ones coming on.
Okay.
Cucumbers, I had to thin them down.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start with the bottom. And I'm gonna pounce this on because I want to add the texture. I actually probably need a smaller paintbrush. So that's what there we go. That's what I'm doing. Can you see the texture on there? Because when it comes time to do the patina, I want it to kind of look really aged and old. So that's why I don't want a smooth surface. And really, you don't have to use this paint. You can probably do the same thing with other paints, but I just keep going back to Dixie Belle. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Hello from California. How's your weather? We were having nice kind of fall-like weather in the mornings last week, and then out of the blue, it got August again. So, hope you guys are having a great weekend, the start of your weekend. There we go. So I'm using Dixie Belle products. I got a new color, they're dusty blue. It's not new, hot, yes. Where at in California are you? I got a friend who lives in La Mesa. Oh, okay. My arms are still sore from yesterday. So I'm gonna come up about maybe halfway and I'll let that dry. Fairfield, is that south? Down by the San Diego area, or where's that at? I love California. I love the weather, usually. Fall and spring are my favorite seasons. So I'm just putting Dixie Belle, I'm doing texture. Sorry, the sun's kind of shot bright, but that when I go back later and do the copper patina, I'm hoping to do some mixing with my water bottle and kind of making it drippy. And I want some texture in there to make it look nice and old. And it'll be far different from what this pumpkin originally looked like. Oh, Sacramento. Okay, nice. So I'm wanting the drippy look on here to make it look old and rusty. And actually, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm already set up. I've got a garbage bag underneath this part of the drop cloth, sorry. So that way when I do start spraying, it doesn't go down on my table. Because when I start spraying, usually there's a lot of water that starts going. So I think my next one, I'm not going to get so thick on my paste. So if you got any questions, let me know. I'm just going to be popping in here this weekend as I work on it. And if you can't stay and watch, just go ahead and come back and catch the replay. That's no big deal. And what's nice about this, when you go to use the copper patina or any of the patinas, I'm going to use the bronze, not copper. You can go back with it and go over it again if you want to add some areas. So the drippy look I was going for, not with the same colors, but that's the bronze patina I was using on this one. And I used my water mister to get that drippy look. And that's drop cloth with bronze patina. So I'm just kind of playing around and decorating some cheap pumpkins. Good morning. And I wanted to add some texture. And since I'm kind of putting this on thick, it's probably going to take a little while to dry. That's almost dry, but it's still pretty damp. If I fool with it, I'll probably end up taking the paint off. So I think I'll leave that for now. Now let's see if I can do a better job of my next mixing. And I did not get a brush for that one. Hang on a second. There we go. And I'm just using cheap chippy brushes for this project. So I got a thin one this time. And this is dried sage. I haven't played with this one before. I saw, well, who I get my paint from is Pat at Salvage Soul and Anna from Furniture Boutique here in Iowa. And I saw Pat working on a Facebook Live and she was using these colors and I really liked how it's turning out, so I had her send me some. Now I'm using sea spray to thicken it, and you're supposed to use 2 scoops. That's the scoops provided with 8 ounces of paint, and this is an 8-ounce jar. I don't even have an ounce there, but I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in. I put way too much in last time, so I'm not even going to put that very much in. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in. Try not to overdo it. I think that's it. See, I just put just very little bit. And we'll see how that goes. Because my first round was too thick. Oh, much better. Much better. It's sticking, but it's about ready to drop, so that's about how I wanted it. Okay, now I got my other pumpkin. I'm going to do the very same thing and just pounce and add some texture. That's going on much better. Now this is one of the pumpkins I had tried practicing doing stripes on. I was trying to freehand them, and I got accused of drinking on the job because they were so crooked and funny. So I'm repurposing this pumpkin. Good morning, Pat. I was just talking about you. You want to do me a favor and put your link in there, so if anybody wants to contact you about paint, go for it. I'd appreciate that. I was telling about how you were using your dried sage on one of your projects there about a month ago. And I'm just decorating pumpkins. Using sea spray right now to thicken my paint, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to later on use that bronze patina and kind of make my pumpkins a little bit different. We'll see how it goes. I'm just playing. I'm just going to go about halfway up. This is going on much better. So probably just best thing to do if you're going to do a little bit of paint, just add a little bit, stir it, add a little bit more till you get the consistency that you want. Because the first batch I did was way too thick. It went on, but it took me a while to get it on there. If you got any questions, let me know. I'm just kind of playing around, so yikes. I keep going up. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to do the bottom part. I'm going to let that dry, and I'll come back. I think I'm going to add, when this is dry, maybe a coat of sealer over this before I do the bronze, and kind of see how that goes. So when I come back on, or when I get ready to work on these, I'll come back on. So if you got any questions, let me know. But Pat from Salvage Soul and Anna from Furniture Boutique is where I get my Dixie Belle products. And they do ship. You just have to message them and let them know what you like. Okay? So you guys have a great morning, and I'll probably be back a little bit later. We'll see. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, I'm back. Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. I am ready to move on with my pumpkins. I have very little flat sealer, but I'm going to try and get used up what I can. I just messaged Pat saying help. So I'm just going to use a regular paintbrush. I'm going to get started in that way and get these big ones sealed. I like using flat on these because I like the look of not having a sealer on there. So I'm just going to paint these on and get started, and hopefully when I move on to the smaller ones, this will be dry enough and I can start doing the bronze patina paint on top, and I'll show you what I'm going to do there. Yikes, I am putting that on thick. Hang on a second. So hope you guys are having a great weekend. This is my third step so far on these pumpkins. I went live yesterday and showed you how I prepped them. Not this one, but the other one was a pumpkin from Walmart that I got that was really super plasticky looking. It might have held paint well, but I wasn't sure, so I used some of the Dixie Belle Slick Stick and applied 2 coats on my pumpkin, so that way when I go to paint them, I want to make sure the paint adhered to it and didn't scratch off or flake off. And then this morning I came on just a little bit ago and showed you how I mixed these two paint colors with some sea spray to add some texture. Boy, that sun's not helping. And now that these are dry, I'm moving on. I also, in the meantime, got my desk sealed. I'm working on my kidney-shaped desk, and I'm using the bronze patina on there, and I've also used Dixie Belle's drop cloth, and I did a little bit of blending. And I had to seal it, because like within 24 hours you're supposed to seal the patina when it's done working, so that way it stops the process. So I'm going to set that aside, move on to the next one. Supposed to seal it and move on. I wasn't ready to move on, so I had to hurry up and seal it because I wanted to do a little bit more to it. So yesterday I worked on it and added another layer of bronze patina here and there, and I like how it really turned out. But then this morning I keep catching Jazz licking where I did the extra patina. So I had to hurry up and seal that, and I've got the chairs blocking it so he can't get to it. I don't know what the deal is with him and that paint. I haven't seen that before. So I'm just adding flat sealer to this, so that way when I go to do the bronze patina, and if I do any spraying with water and get the drippy look, it won't really muddy up my colors down here. It just gives a little bit of protection. So, because you don't have to do this step, but I want to. So I'm adding some sealer in flat. I have very little left, so hopefully I have enough to finish up these pumpkins, and I'll have to get some more. I have some, what am I using on my desk? Satin is what I'm using on my desk, and I love how it's turning out, but I really don't want to shine on my pumpkins. Okay. We're gonna let that dry. I'm just gonna keep working on these, so if you wanna pop in, pop out, that's fine. I'm doing this in different steps. It's one of those projects that really doesn't take that long a time. You just have to do a step and then go back and just wait till things dry and then come back. So I probably could use a blow dryer or one of my heat guns, but I don't think that'll work very well. I mean, it'll work, but I don't really want to use the heat gun on air. Hey Kristen, how you doing? So just playing with my pumpkins and making them my own. I had some cheap pumpkins, and I got Bristol. There we go. I got some cheap pumpkins, and one of them looked pretty plasticky, so I'm just dressing it up. And right now I'm sealing it before I move on to my next step. This is actually my third step. Yesterday I did the prepping, and this morning I did some painting with some sea spray. And what color is this? I already forgot. Nope, that's not it. Oh, there they are. I used dried sage and dusty blue. I love that color. You can see better that way. And I mixed the paint with some sea spray to thicken it up and add some texture. And I'm stalling right now because I want to keep moving on. So I did the big ones first. I sealed them first, so that way hopefully they dry in time, so I can move on today and do the bronze patina. So just having a little crafting fun. And I'm working on my desk and getting my desk done. And I'm debating, Dalton's throwing me for a loop, so I was going to stencil my prayer back on my accent wall where I'd written all the names down. He likes my wall so much because it's kind of masculine, so I think that's why he likes it. So he wanted me to put Rock and Pea Farms on there, which is the name of his, cattle business, and it's my house. So I think instead of stenciling my prayer on there, I'm going to just make a sign and put it up there, so that way down the road we do end up playing house tag or house musical chairs. He can put up there what he wants. We'll see. So I'm going to have enough sealer. I didn't think I was gonna have enough. So when I get the sign up and stuff like that, I'll take proper pictures and share my accent wall. I've been teasing it in my private group and keeping them up to date. So one more to go. And then I can start doing the bronze. So when it comes to the bronze patina, you have to do 2 coats. And I don't know the science behind it, but you have to lay down a base coat, let it dry, and then you can go back and do the top coat and then have fun with the spray to make the reaction happen. So I'm gonna do the I can't talk. I'm gonna do the base coat now, but I'm gonna do something different than I've done before. So I'm gonna do a little experiment. So this is the bronze patina. I've been keeping it stored upside down because there's actual metals in there. And you want that, that's what the reaction spray will react to make it change colors when the time comes. So you want to stir it up really good. Brand new jar. I think this is my 3rd jar since I started using this stuff about 6 weeks ago. That's how much I love it. Okay. I got a cup. I'm going to do sea spray with this. I didn't bring a towel. Again. Here we go. I'm gonna make a mess. God bless it. Well, at least it's on the drop cloth. Okay, I'm gonna add a little sea spray to thicken it up. And I might have to make more because I don't think I've got enough, but I got enough for this project on here. It comes with a scoop. It's 2 scoops per 8 ounces of paint. I probably have an ounce here, maybe an ounce on my drop cloth. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit in and I'll just keep adding and stirring. Because I want to thicken this up because I want to add texture to the top part of my pumpkin too, just like I did with the bottom part. And when I did this morning with my first round, I put too much powder in here and it took forever to thin it back down again. And I didn't grab a new brush. Wow, I am not organized. So what do you got plans for today, Kristen? What are you up to today? Are you swimming? Hopefully you're relaxing and you don't have to work. Okay, it's getting there. It's a little too runny and it's still not stirred up very well yet. Maybe a little bit more and I'll get a brush. Wow. It's a good thing I don't mind getting messy. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it good there and grab a brush. Hold please. I got a cheap 1-inch chippy brush, and okay, I think we're good here. So I'm just going to apply it on the top side and work my way down, and I'm going to pounce it on because I want that texture. And I probably could have done it without adding sea spray, but I wanted to make sure I had some good texture in there, so it kind of matched the bottom. I got a little bit of that slick stick on my stem, so I'm going to go ahead and get my stem a little bit. That's okay. I love this color. My accent wall, I actually add a little bit of this to it on my accent wall because I did my accent wall in layers. And when I'm ready, I'll share pictures of it. There's a bristle. That's what I get for not washing my brush first. So yeah, with this Patina brand, you have to do one coat first, let it dry, and then you can go back and do your second coat, which is what I'll probably do tomorrow. And then you can do the spray while the second coat is still wet. And then anytime within that 24 hours after doing the second coat, you go back and you can seal it when you're ready for the process to stop. And this is my inspiration for these pumpkins. It's not gonna look just like that because I use different colors of paint. I didn't use a drop cloth, which is that beige down there. So, but that's kind of like my inspiration because I'm planning on using some water and getting like a drippy look. So I'm just playing, just see how it turns out. That stem's a little awkward. I'm not flipping you off, I promise. And I probably should be wearing bad clothes, not my regular clothes. These are actually my, this is what I'm still crafting in my PJs, but I probably should have put my paint clothes on, but I hardly ever do that. I just paint in whatever. I'm usually not this messy, but you know, that's what happens. Oh, I like this. I still have some of the white showing through from the base coat from the slick stick, but I'm okay with that. And I got a little bit down there. I'll probably have to, I'll just touch that up. That's okay. So there's that. Let that dry. Let me do the blue one first and let's see how that goes, and then I'll let you guys go for today. So I got a little slick stick on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the stem a little bit better and kind of masquerade that. So just like that. And we're just adding texture with our bronze patina, which I have not done before, but I was told you can, and I'm loving how this looks. So, it really looks fall. And I'm kind of going jagged edges. I'm not, boy, that camera's just driving me nuts. I'm going jagged. I really don't want a straight line. I don't mind some of that white showing through. So this, I think I'm really gonna like this. I have more pumpkins, but I don't want to paint them because I actually like how they look, but this might be tempting. I've got copper patina. I do have their the iron patina. I haven't used that yet. I was gonna use that on some Halloween decorations, but I don't have them out yet. I think it'd be kind of neat to do that. Oh, Jez finally gave up. Good. He's been trying to lick my desk, the desk I've been working on, because for some reason he liked the taste of what was on there after I put the bronze patina on there. I don't know why. Weird dog. So I hurried up and sealed it and blocked it with chairs so he can't get to it. See how my brush is getting all beat up? That's why I'm using a cheap chippy brush. I got these off of Amazon, and they came in like a bulk bundle for, I think I got a dozen or 2 dozen for like $9. I think it was 2 dozen. I've got them all in my container over there. These are great for projects like these. So. Almost done. That is pretty. Okay, I'm gonna keep working on the small pumpkins, but that's the first layer. And when they dry tomorrow, I'll come back on and we'll do the second coat and do the spray. And then we'll watch to see how they turn. So that's it for today. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. I'm ready to do the final step on my pumpkin project I started on Friday. The brush I used, I kept it stored in a Ziploc bag. The one I used to apply the bronze patina. Make sure it's so good. I've got a couple extra brushes because I was hoping to reuse it. And I think it's okay. Kind of pushing it there. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you had a great weekend. I started off Friday with prepping the pumpkin, and then Saturday I came on and added some sea spray to my paint and texture, and I used 2 different colors, and then I came back and we added the bronze patina. With the bronze patina line for Dixie Belle, you have to do 1 coat first of the patina, and then you do the second coat, and then you can add your spray. So to activate it. Saturday I used sea spray with my bronze patina, and I put the sea spray and bronze patina in this little container cup, and it already started activating, so it's probably not a good idea to use these. So pretty much I guess if you use it and put it in another container, it's like one and done. So just use a little bit and then go back and maybe add more so you don't waste anything. So let me get started. So I'm going to work with this pumpkin first. I'm not going to use the spray. I'm going to actually pour them in a cup and then rub my brush into it and dab it on, because every time you use a spray nozzle you'll have to take it out and rinse it out because there is metal in there, and that'll rust it. So I actually, one of these spray nozzles is actually already rusted and it won't spray out. So, and also when I get done using these, I use cheap brushes and then I throw them away. I do not wash these out and rinse them out. So that's basically one and done. So that way you don't want to have any issues, you know, down your drain. So I've technically got 3 cups here. One for my bronze patina. I'll have one for the blue spray. And then I'll have one for the green spray, because you do not want to contaminate, you know, the sprays in your bronze patina here. So let me show you that color. Good morning, guys. How you doing? Oh, that's not my, is that my open one? Yes. Okay. And I tend to store these jars upside down. So that way, because there's metal flakes in here and they'll settle. And you have to stir them up really good to use them to get the metal flakes stirred around. So we'll set that aside. So I'm just going to dip my brush, and you put this on. I'm going to dab it on like I did Saturday, and then while it's still wet you put your spray on to activate it. Pour just a little bit out. I should have done this ahead of time. And you don't need very much. And that's probably too much right there. I don't know if you can see that okay. That's probably going to be too much, but I can always add more. And that settles, so I make sure and shake that up. For some reason, I never have to shake that up for some reason. But the blue one always seems to settle on me. And pour a little bit out in another bowl. And that was way too much. That was probably about a tablespoon's worth. Okay. So now as soon as I put the brush in the liquid, this brush I cannot reuse back in my jars. And technically you're not supposed to paint in the jars anyway, but I always dip like that. But with these, I don't. Okay, so that's gonna start activating. It'll take about 12 hours, 12 to 24, and probably tomorrow I'll come back and I'll start sealing them so that way it stops the activation. So I'm just gonna go in sections and see how this turns out. I have several pumpkins I've done this weekend, and I'm probably going to leave a couple as they are and not do the patina. So that way they're all just a little bit different. So I've got that. Isn't that neat? And what I did with my my and statue, I used my mister bottle and just kind of misted it for a little drippy look. And it kind of goes down into the blue paint a little bit. And I have my table prepped with a garbage sack underneath. So if you want to do a drippy look, you can. And then you just keep working around, and you can apply the activator while this second coat is wet. Once it's dry, you're going to have to do it again if you want to put the spray on there. So if you got any questions, let me know. I love this product. I think this is by far my favorite. Okay, I'll put some blue. And this should start reacting before we get done, so you can kind of see what's going on. Got a little blue action going there, sorry about that. I moved my setting around so that way that I wasn't fighting the sun, but I think I still am. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? And I'm just going to keep working my way around. And I'm kind of alternating between the blue and the green, just to kind of see how it turns out. Even though my brush, I've been double dipping with my brush in the plastic pans, we'll kind of see how it goes. So now I'm just adding the green again. And that's one of the reasons why I put sealer on before I put the bronze patina on there, because I was thinking about doing the misting and I didn't want to get this all dirty. I kind of wanted the color to stay clear where I had the colors, if that makes sense. So just playing around. I'm adding some blue activator on there. Got a little crazy with that one. And if you get some drips you don't like, you can either mist it or you can wipe it down and kind of clean them up a little bit. And you just keep working your way around. So pretty much over the next 12 to 24 hours, this is going to be changing colors. So by tomorrow, it's going to look completely different than what it does now. And I'll take some pictures. And then I gotta still do the back side, but I'll come back to that. And then I've got this one too. And you don't have to dab, you can paint it on if you want. But I want the texture. got a little crazy with the blue spray there. So I think I might clean that up a little bit. Kind of like that. Where'd it go? And you just play with the patina line. And you'll have some unique looking pumpkins. I get my Dixie Belle products from Pat from Salvage Soul, and I also get it from Anna at the Furniture Boutique. Pat is located in Perry, Iowa, and Anna is in Knoxville, Iowa. And they're both on Facebook, and if you're any products that you want from Dixie Belle, they pretty much have. You just have to message them and they can ship it to you. They can send you an invoice and ship it. So I like the drippy look. Where'd it go? There we go. And that's why I use a garbage bag underneath my drop cloth to protect my table. So just remember, don't rinse the brush out. You have to throw it away, so use a cheap brush. And you can stick with one color, the blue activator, and see what you get, or you can mix and match them. Just apply the activator while the second coat's still wet. The second coat of your patina paint. And pretty much like tomorrow, if I come back and I like the look of it, I'll put regular sealer on there from Dixie Belle. And then I can always go back and maybe just do a light dry brushing of the bronze patina over the blue and green to kind of give it a different look. So I've done that before. So now it's just another waiting game. So technically this isn't a very difficult project. It just takes a little time because you do little steps here and then you have to sit and wait. So you go away, come back, do another couple steps, and then you go back and wait. Got a harsh drip there. So, and that's it. So I'm just going to keep finishing it up, and I've got a few pumpkins left to do. So I hope you guys have a great week. And when I get done tomorrow, I'll take pictures and I'll share them with you. So you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. we go. Hey guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. I have been working on my pumpkins this morning. I put my, oh shoot, hang on a second. I forgot my alarm was on there. Hang on. There we go. Okay. I got working on my pumpkins this morning and sorry about that. Did my sealer. I used satin since I'm out of flat, and now I'm going back and adding, I don't know if that's the right way, black magic, black wax, black magic, black Mustang wax, black in the black, I'm sorry. I got a frog in my throat. I've got one pumpkin done, and this is how this one turned out. And I wanted to show you how I did this in case you like it. So that is on my sage, dried sage, and then I did the copper patina. This one is my dusty blue. I haven't done this one yet, but I do have it sealed. So I'll go ahead and kind of give you a start. I'm not quite sure if it's going to look the same, so it's a little bit different, but we'll give it a try. So this is the brush I use for my wax. I pretty much just kind of make sure it's clean and I put it away in a Ziploc bag. I don't wash it. It is water-based wax, so you can. So I was just going down the lines and basically just kind of highlighting the grooves and darkening them up since I've already added the sealer on here. And then I'm just kind of actually highlighting along the bottoms too. I don't know if you can see that very well. Kind of like where the dirt would be in. They were sitting outside. And it kind of adds a little depth too. And since I've got a coat of sealer on here, if I get a little too wild, I can kind of rub it back a little bit or blend it in. I can go down a little bit lower. And it adds a little shadow in there. So I'm just finishing up my pumpkins. And hopefully by tomorrow I can start taking some pictures. Maybe today if it works out. So what are you guys up to? Let me know. Me, I got some chicken cooling down because I'm working on some dog food today. So I just kind of blend that in a little bit and just kind of gives it a shadow effect. It's best to use this wax after you've sealed it so you've got a little bit more control. I'm just kind of blending it in. I probably should be using a rag to blend it, but I've been using my fingers. So I really love how these turned out. And I just looked online at Dixie Belle and their sprays are still out of stock, so hopefully they'll be getting them in again. Because I'm getting low on my blue spray, it looks like. I think Pat is low too. I'll have to check and see what Anna has. So I like the drippy look and how that kind of came out. But to me, these just look so fallish. Oops, sorry, I'm doing this and you can't see. And this is one of the plastic pumpkins. I think this is the one I got at Walmart several years ago for about $5, and it had that shiny look to it. And then I've got this one is a ceramic one I did. I went ahead and painted it. And then the rest are pumpkins, plastic pumpkins. This is what one of the picks from Hobby Lobby I did. I took the stick out. I could have left the stick on, but I decided not to on these. I really like how these turned out. Let me know what you think. These are gonna go with my fall sign, it looks like. Hope you guys are having a great week. I'm just putting on some Dixie Belle's black wax. Best thing black wax is what I'm doing. With just a regular, one of my old artist brush I've used. Pretty much when I first started. They still work. This one probably had to be replaced. It's kind of getting wiggly. But I'll use it till it breaks. So I'm just kind of doing this in sections. We're getting there. I lost my spot. Trying to be a bit more haphazard with my creases in there so they're not all uniform. Just whatever you think looks good. Let me just kind of hold it back and look at it. That's what's nice thing about these pumpkins. You can just do what you want, and if you like it, it's good. This is why I don't get my nails done, because I'm so hard on my hands. I should be using a rag instead of my finger. And there we go. Just add a little definition there. And next week, I'm gonna work on a couple of these, and I'm gonna put some of these metallic paste on a couple of these pumpkins too, to kind of see how they dress them up. So I got this off Amazon. It's by Prima, their Finnabar collection. So I'm gonna play with that next week on a few of the pumpkins and kind of see how that dresses it up. Okay, I think that's it for this one. So, hope you guys have a great week, and next week I'm gonna probably put some of this on and see how it turns out, and I'll probably pop in here to do that and show you guys. So you guys have a great week.